Guys roll. That was a good win for us. You never know what to start the season, what to expect, and I was pleased with the effort. I thought we tackled fairly well on defense. Offensively, we had a limited number of mistakes. We had guys make big plays, and overall we were sound in special teams. Didn't think we were as productive as we should have been, but for the most part we were okay in that area. We played well as a team. We had a little bit of a lull there when we lead got cut to 7, and then I was proud of our offense for coming back on a couple quick strikes. We were able to play a lot of players. Just about everybody on our roster got a chance to play tonight, which is good. So we're looking forward to another week of preparation. As the season progresses, the teams we play will be more talented, and our guys got to come back and get ready to go to work tomorrow.
Looked like Hunter might be okay.
I was pleased with Kendallberry. You don't have to be in this business very long to see that he's excited about playing football. And as I had mentioned in the off season, that players that have had success and then run into a tough season have it taken away from them. The ones that have something to them, they come back really hungry. And he's had a terrific spring. He had a tremendous off season. He's never said a word, just works hard. And he was really excited about getting into the game and performing. And we're really happy with what he did. And obviously he's a good player.
He looked better than ever.
That's right. He looked like he was really fast. You know, he's always been very elusive, but when he see a hole, he hit it, and he looked really fast. So that's a good thing. You know, we took him out of the game, I don't know, 8, 10, 12 minutes to go in the third quarter to let some of the young backs play and get them some experience.
You trying to protect Sanders' record? You could have got it.
Well, there was some talk about that, and I am trying to protect him a little bit. See if he'll buy a club-level suite if we protect his record.
Are you surprised at the lack of attention Kendall got in the preseason?
A little bit, but you know, in preseason, most publications are going to talk about guys that had a good year prior and they're coming back. Kendall didn't do much last year, and so they talk about other players, but we're glad he's on our team.
How do you think Brandon performed overall?
Well, his numbers are 22 of 30, 218, and I don't know enough about the offense yet. I listened to all the checks, and it's somewhat confusing to me. So it's hard for me to comment. You have to probably get a better feel from Coach Holgerson on that than me, but I thought he handled himself well. I know he made some mistakes, which we talked about that. He's going to make some mistakes. But he throws a nice ball. Ball rotates really well, and it's fairly accurate, and he can throw it out there. So, you know, it's his first start, and there was some pressure on him. He's one of the few guys that had a lot of hype built up and had never really done anything. So I was pleased with the way he performed.
With all the unknowns with this team, was this kind of the ideal stuff?
Well, you know, you take a win, and then obviously if you win comfortably, you know, you're really excited. I don't know that we would have had expected the game to go this way. I apologized to Paul after the game for the blocked punt. It's not something that we intended to do. When we had, you know, a certain check on, and they gave it to us, and prior to going out there, we forgot to tell them to not go after it. So we apologize for that. But what I'm referring to is, offensively, we played well at times. Defensively, we played pretty well, and then in special teams, late we played well. So I'm pleased with the way we played for game one.
There's been a lot of talk about whether you did or didn't have a number one receiver. Did Blackman kind of take a step in that direction?
Well, he had a good night, and he was effective when he caught the ball. He's got good size and good strength, and he's an example of a guy that comes back after getting a little experience a year before. They should be a better player just because they're not a rookie anymore. You know, they're a veteran, they're a seasoned player, and so he established himself tonight as a guy that could make some plays. Now he's going to be defended by guys in the secondary as the season progresses. That'll be really good. But he played well tonight.
Brandon, I guess, kind of banged his hand. Is he okay?
I think so. They didn't say anything to me about an injury that would be anything more than just putting ice on it. We were going to take him out prior to that anyway, so that was his last series.
And Jarka and Donaldson both left.
Jarka and Donaldson will be examined this week, and it doesn't look like they'll be able to play next week.
It does?
It doesn't, but they're not season-ending injuries. 7 days, 10 days, 14, one of those. So, I mean, I don't really know how all that works. I just know they said that probably would be a week or two.
What was your first impression on your backup quarterbacks?
I think they were just kind of running plays. Both are young players that are nervous, and Deaton had a receiver wide open and fired it about 30 feet over his head. And Chelf made a nice throw or two, but they made some mistakes. It's going to take those guys some time. We're going to get them as many reps as possible, and once they get accustomed to what we're doing and they work through the freshman jitters, then they'll be fine. Those guys got a chance to make some plays, but they got a ways to go.
It felt a little strange for you on the sidelines to not be calling plays for the first time in a couple seasons.
It was strange, but I kind of enjoyed myself. When it got to 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 3, and I didn't have the pressure of making a good call, and I got a little bored. I've really been bored the last couple days because usually I work at nights and try to get game plan and ready and all that, and so. But I enjoyed the game, and I was able to listen to the defense and special teams, and hopefully it'll help us be more productive as the season goes on.
The speed in which you guys scored a couple of drives where it was a minute or a minute and a half, did that throw off either the phases of the game, or do you think the whole team was prepared to step back on the field that quick?
Well, that's a good question. There's some adjustment that goes on there. I mean, obviously we want to score, but defensively they didn't get a lot of time to make adjustments. It's kind of what you're referring to, and so it did happen really fast. But we want to score, and we want to score quick. And I think, Coach Holgerson and I talked for the last 20 minutes of the game. If we had to do it all over again, we would probably slow down the way we were operating because we had some young guys in there and we weren't performing very well. We were 3 and out. We could have used 4 or 5 more minutes of the clock, but that's really not what we do. And so it's hard to tell your players to change the operation of what they do on a daily basis.
When Washington State cut it to 17-10, were you happy to see your team kind of respond?
Yeah, Brandon. Earlier I was talking about that. It really put us in a situation where we needed to perform because the momentum swung the other way. And I think that's the one either one Kendall broke down the left side or we hit the big pass. I can't remember which one it was, but there was 2 big plays there. I think to get us to 24, maybe 31. No, it was 17, 10, 24, then 31. So that's when you have to step up and make plays. We talk about that a lot as coaches, that we feel like we're going to put you in a situation to have success, but somebody's got to make a play. And that's where your experience and your veteran players and guys that have potential to play at the next level, they step up and make plays, and that's what changes games.
Is this an indication of how much you guys are going to run, Mike? Or did you just have so much success?
Oh, I think that
Kendall, 21 carries through 2 and a little bit of a third quarter.
I see. I was looking for his receiving, but they don't have him. Did he not catch a pass?
3 catches.
Oh, he did. So he touched the ball really like 25 times in the first half, something like that, right? Kendall needs to touch the ball a lot because he's a good player. I think the most important thing a coach can do is give a good player an opportunity to make plays on either side of the ball. So Coach Holgerson will probably be able to explain that more to you, but if the opportunity presents itself, then we're going to run the football. I don't think there's any question about that. Would I have thought we were going to rush for 291 yards? No.
Everybody okay?
Good.
Coach
Thank you.
Jackson back here. Coach Jark.